Ashpati
profits
Singhania,
have
the
disappeared.
reality is if sector after sector is crying for help, the government's focus from all accounts in the public domain is on micro, small and medium enterprises, saying that's where they need to ensure that companies stay afloat. They're hoping that the big boys of India Inc. can take care of themselves, they have adequate reserves, they have adequate wherewithal to be able to last out this term without sacking employees. Do you think that's feasible, or as Uday says that that's not going to be enough, you're also expecting income support from the government?
That's a very important question that you raised, Rupal. Because yes, the narrative is clearly that the MSMEs, the trade, individual people require a lot of support. But large business, as Uday was saying, also requires support, because large business also means large costs. So let's take it very simply. You have very little or zero revenue. You can do away with variable costs, but you have large fixed costs. You also have your meter ticking. Apart from employees, you also have to pay the banks. You also have to service your loans. So there has to be some support to the large industry as well.
No, but when industrialists say this and people in government listen, they message or they call to say, next time somebody says this, you please ask him that government resources are limited, GST collections in any case have fallen, our revenues are very, very stretched this time. We have to first overcome this crisis, spend on healthcare, ensure that people survive, and companies also have to understand that there's a limit to what the government can do at this time.
Absolutely understand. And let me put it very bluntly, I would not like to be in the Prime Minister's or policymaker's shoes, because it is not easy at this point in time. But having said so, why I'm talking about large business are several reasons, Rahul. One is that large business is a fulcrum around which the entire ecosystem of MSMEs, suppliers, dealers, ultimately consumers is linked. And that is a very large part of employment. Now, if large businesses, I'm not saying all, but let us say stressed companies, let us say companies that are already making losses or in difficulty, if they go under, that problem is not a business problem alone. It is a problem that comes on to banks. And from the banks, you have the issue of NPAs. Ultimately, it ravages the economy. So I think it is important enough. And government, I understand the revenues, but today is extraordinary. Normal economic measures won't work. So, for example, the government will have to perhaps think about printing its way, however controversial it might seem, printing money and finding its way out of this problem. In the US, for example, the US Fed has done a never done before move. They are actually buying out companies' debts. In the UK, the government is giving a certain percentage to each company to say, all right, this is what we will give you for wage support. This is what we will give you to support your a special COVID situation, inactivity. So these are unconventional things.
Sure, but Naina Lal Kidwai, you worked across geographies, and people in government, when they're listening to the likes of Ashpati Singhania, will say, you cannot compare what the Indian financial system and the Indian government can deliver with what's happening in Europe, what's happening in America, what's happening in Japan. We are not in the same weight category. We have multiple restrictions, and whatever is the best that we can do has to keep in mind the limitations the Indian government has to deal with. Ms. Kidwai.
So I would say that let's look at what others are doing and then obviously apply it to India for what makes sense. And I would agree with what Harsh has to say, because at the end of the day, if you take a sector by sector approach, so there's a problem in the auto sector, you have to look at it from soup to nuts, right down to the MSME, the supplier, the dealer, the consumer, right up to the manufacturer who is your big guy. Because there's no point looking at the tail trying to wag the dog or the head trying to wag the tail. You have to look at the entire chain. And to do that, you can't ignore, for example, in the auto sector, you could argue that the players, the manufacturers are all big boys, let them look after themselves. But in the process, when they look after themselves, there'll be delayed payments to the MSMEs. Isn't it better that you help the big guys and ensure that they in turn are paying the MSMEs early rather than late, so that you don't end up having to support the MSMEs with money for free because you would rather that it happens the way it should. Having said that, because there has been such a setback now over the last couple of months and a sector which was already looking weak, as it turns out, our suggestions from FICCI for MSMEs is that we help with interest-free loans and collateral-free loans for a period in order, and in fact, our studies show that if it's 1 lakh crore loans at, say, you take a cost of 8%, it's about 8,000 crores, which is not going to break the bank for the government. So the government providing some support to MSMEs, but on the other hand, aid big industry to help the same MSMEs that it is dependent on. Otherwise, it's only going to be government supporting MSMEs, whereas actually you need to get that entire chain supported, which will mean less dependence